Alright, so in this video I'm going to give you step-by-step directions for how to make this origami cross. So feel free at any point in the video to pause and rewind if you need to. So I hope this is a lot of fun for you guys. Okay, so what you're going to need is a square piece of paper. Now you want it to be thin enough to be able to fold multiple times, so don't choose cardstock or anything. So regular office paper will work just fine. If you take the paper and basically fold so that you get a triangle here and it's lined up here, and then you can cut off this edge right where it lines up, and basically that will help you to get your square piece of paper that you need. So what I used for this cross was a piece of 12 by 12 scrapbooking paper. Origami paper would probably be the most preferred type, but scrapbooking paper or office paper will work just fine as well. As you're starting out, it would be most helpful to have a piece of paper that has one color, just a solid color, and that's only that color, and also that has just plain white on the back side. So like this is what I'm going to show in my video. I've got brown on one side and white on the other. It's just really helpful to have that because as you're folding and watching the video, it makes it a lot easier to follow the directions. Something that you can also do is if you are using plain office paper and you want it to be more colorful, you can color it beforehand, either a solid color or you can add your designs if you want. But I would definitely try to have something with one color on, or a different color on each side to help you out. Alright, so let's get started. So before we begin, there are two types of basic folds that are most helpful to understand. So a mountain versus a valley fold. So a valley fold is when the paper folds upwards on itself so that when you unfold it makes the shape of a V, like a valley. And then a mountain fold is when the paper folds underneath itself so that when you unfold it creates a mountain shape. Okay, so to start you're going to flip it over so that the side that you want to show for the cross is facing down. And you're going to fold it in half. Now when you fold, you want to make sure that you really line it up as precisely as you can, because what's going to happen is later on when we're making these smaller folds, it's going to really make a big difference with how you folded from the very beginning. Then you're going to unfold, and now we're going to fold the other way. And then unfold this. Now you're going to fold each half towards the center fold line. So now that we have that, we are going to fold the opposite direction, but again towards the midline, which you can see by the crease. Then you're going to position it like a diamond, like so. So next we are going to fold it diagonally. Okay, so fold over to make like a triangle. And so you should have these two flaps pointing in opposite directions. And then we are going to fold the opposite way. So we just fold it this way, now we're going to fold this way. Okay, so for this next step, you're going to hold one side of the triangle at the tip, and on the other side, you're going to pull that tip out like that. Okay? So then you're going to repeat it. Then you're going to repeat that, but on this side of the triangle. Hold that, pull out, and then you're going to fold that over so it makes like a pinwheel shape, and then rotate and do that same step on the other side. So at this point, it should look like this. So for this next step, you're going to put your fingers into this pocket here and open it up, and then collapse it. So by the end it'll look like this. And then repeat that on each side. Now we're going to fold over each corner. So right along this line, you're going to fold this tip in so that it touches the center. So at this point, the layers are pretty thick, so you might want to press down a little bit more on each corner to make sure that the crease is really there well. So now you're going to open up those folds that we just made. So it's like this. And then you're going to turn that over so it's facing the table. And then now you're going to make another fold. You're going to fold each side in so that the top line touches the center line, like so. And repeat on each of the other three sides. So now at this point, you are going to fold each of the corners down so that the tip of the corner meets this intersection here. Repeat on each of the other three sides. Then once you're done with that, you're going to flip it over. And from this point, you've got these four squares here. You're going to fold each one over from the middle out to this outer edge along this crease that's already here. So it's going to look like this. And do that for each corner. So now we are going to flip this over, and on this side we have center lines here forming a square. So identify that on yours, and then we're going to just reinforce the lines. So we do that by taking the edge here, where you can see that there's a little pocket, and just put your hand in that pocket, and then you can see here I'm just going to press down. Okay, so I'm just pressing down to reinforce the crease. And then you can let go, okay, and rotate and repeat on each side. For this next step, you're going to take two of the sides and you're going to pinch them together. Okay, like this. Pinch and press down. Now you can see I took the two sides, pinch them together, and we've got this tip here. So with that, you're going to press down and then basically squish it. So what we're doing here is we're making each side into a square again. Okay? So you're going to repeat that on each side. When we're done, it's going to look like this. So now we're going to turn it back over again. And you're going to, so basically there's 4 corners here in the middle. And for each one, you're going to press out, press on this corner. All right, so I'm pressing all the way to the outer edge. And then you're gonna make those creases. So each one's gonna look like this when you're done. So you've got this when you're done. Then we're gonna flip it back over. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold each of these corners. Okay, so not the top one, but just the sides of each square. You're gonna fold it in so that the corner, the outside corner, is then touching the inside point. So basically it'll look like this on each side. Alright, so now we've got this. And now you're going to unfold each of these corners. It's a lot of folding and unfolding. Okay, so for this next step, we are going to do what's called an inside reverse fold. So right along the lines of where you made these creases that we just made, you're going to actually be folding along those lines. So just keep your eye on that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take each corner, okay, and you're going to press in like this. So basically you're going to make a fold along that line like I was talking about, but it's going to be in the opposite direction. Okay, you're going to want to make sure that both sides line up with each other. Okay, then go ahead and crease. You're going to do that on each of these squares. Alright, so by the time you're done, it's going to look like this. So now, at this point, for my cross, this is going to be the top, sides, and bottom. Okay, so we're going to flip it over. Okay, so this is my top, and basically I'm going to fold along each of these lines, okay, where this crease already is, we're going to create our mountain fold. So now remember, mountain fold means we're going to fold underneath to create a mountain shape. Okay, so this is going to fold underneath, and there you have that. So do that for the top and the sides. Okay, so from this side, from this angle, I'm taking this and I'm folding underneath. Okay. Okay, so for me, here, I'll angle it this way so you can see. This is the top, sides, and the bottom. Okay, so I've left these two unfolded at the bottom. So now for these two triangles here, you're going to take the paper, and here you can see that there is a little pocket here. Okay, so we're going to take this paper and insert it into this pocket. Now we're going to flip it over. So this is probably one of the most trickiest parts of the cross. Okay, so you just need to have a little patience for this step. You're going to hold in the middle, okay, and as you can see, this bottom part is loose. And so what we're going to do is we're going to actually do a reverse fold. So what you need to do first is just insert your fingers into this little pocket. And basically what you're going to do is just kind of unfold this part, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to create a reverse fold along, you can see, along this line in here. Okay, so we're gonna create a mountain fold on this side. So right now it's a valley fold. Right now this is a valley fold. It's going inward, but we're gonna create a mountain fold. So we want to reverse that. Okay. So we're gonna take that, and we're gonna use our fingers to push. And now that we've got that shape, you can see I've reversed it. We're going to take that and press down to create the new fold. Okay. Okay, so press down on that. So now it looks like so. So now you're going to flip your cross over, and we're going to just reinforce these creases along these lines by taking the side and pressing down like this. You're just going to press down a little bit. Don't squash it all the way. Okay, and then on the other side, same deal. Okay, so now we're going to create a fold that goes from this inside crevice to this outer line. Okay, so we're going to take it, and you're going to basically press on this end at the same time that you're pressing on this end, okay? And you're going to create a fold like this, okay? So this one's going to fold in. So now all of a sudden we've got this fold that's, it's no longer diagonal, it's coming straight across. And on the other side, so now it looks like this. And what you're going to do next is you're going to fold this, so there's some extra paper on the outside, so you're going to fold that in. So you're going to do a valley fold inward like this, making sure that the paper lines up with the other edge. Okay, and repeat on the other side. Awesome. So now you've got for the back side of the cross, you've got these two extra pieces of paper here. But if you look underneath, underneath here, so I'm lifting this up and there's a pocket right here. So I'm going to insert this extra paper into that pocket. Okay. On the other side, same thing. Alright, so now the back side looks like this. We flip it over, and to finish up your cross, you are going to insert each of these extra flaps, or you're going to fold them underneath, so like this. Take it, and you're going to fold it in. So you're kind of tucking it underneath itself. Okay, so I've just tucked it in to that pocket. And voila! You have your cross.